Touching down in the Indian capital, New Delhi, for the G20 Summit, regarded by President Cyril Ramaphosa as the premier forum for international cooperation. Pretoria says the grouping plays an important role in shaping and strengthening global architecture and governance on all major international economic issues.
The importance of a forum such as G20 is it brings us together with countries such as India and China, which have the largest populations in the world and are thus big markets for a country like South Africa, which is always looking for export destinations and looking for tourists into South Africa. So the importance of the G20 is that it gives us the opportunity to engage with the wealthiest countries of the world.
India, which is chairing the grouping, wants the summit's final communique to also accommodate the views of Russia and China, which have blocked Western nations' efforts to include a strong condemnation of Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
We are still negotiating, and I don't intend to say something that will make the efforts more difficult. We support the efforts made by the Indian presidency, but this is very clear that the EU position is crystal clear, and we condemn this Russian aggression. We support the sovereignty and the territorial integrity of Ukraine. We support the just peace formula proposed by President Zelensky, and we will be always very active to defend those principles and those values in all the different multilateral formats, including in this G20 meeting. Difficult to predict if it will be possible to have an agreement on a declaration.
More world leaders have arrived in South Asia to look at critical issues facing the globe, such as food security, the debt problems of vulnerable countries, and climate change. The African Union also wants to join the bloc and is represented by Chairperson President Azali Assoumani.
I think this is wonderful. All the G7 members have affirmed this idea of the African Union being a permanent part of G20. I think President Biden was one of the first of the leaders to confirm their support for this, and every other member of the G20 is essentially supportive.
The summit, attended by the world's most powerful leaders, will take place in New Delhi on Saturday and Sunday. Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.